Hi everyone.
Hello, we're here to present our flipped video for our next department meeting. We're looking forward to seeing you this month on a Monday instead of Wednesday. Monday, November 14th. Our meeting will be held in room 162 from 3 until 4:30.
The meeting is scheduled in two parts. We'll have one group originally start with Stacy Peterson, who is going to be our speaker. She's one of our current doc students, and she's done some research on discussion board tool, and she has some ideas for how to make it more efficient for us and also for how our students to get the best effect out of this method. So she'll be presenting her research to us about the discussion board tool.
Good. And in the other half of the meeting, you'll have an opportunity to visit the Curriculum Materials Center. As you may know, they have recently received a facelift. It's now Makerspace. And some of you have taken your classes there. I know Catherine talked about it in one of our Watson College meetings. So if you haven't seen it, it's an impressive facility, and you will have an opportunity not only to see the site, but to actually make something while you're there, something unique. So it'll be a fun afternoon.
Okay, but the summer schedule is in the works. Your program coordinators are going to be receiving the schedule just to overview it and make sure we have on that schedule what we need. And then, of course, like always, they'll be passing it along to you and to see what courses you might want to teach in summer 2017. And at the same time, Tracy and I will be sending out our standard course preference sheet for that. So look for that coming out sometime after next week, but sometime soon after that. Another thing that's in the works right now that you've probably heard about and a lot of you are taking part in are our searches. We have the elementary curriculum search going on that is headed by Heidi Higgins. We have the language and literacy search going on that is headed by Jeannie Swafford. We have the graduate EYC search, which is actually in the Leadership Policy and Advocacy for Young Children program, and that's being headed by Susan Catapano. And then we have the special education search going on that's being headed by Amy Moody. So all of these are ongoing now in the process, and bringing candidates to campus for these searches will happen in early spring, maybe even as early as January and February.
I'd just like to give everybody an update on the small group mentoring program. You may be aware that based on the surveys, we decided to implement small group mentoring for this academic year as opposed to individual mentoring. And so the groups have been formed, and you should be hearing from your mentor very soon if you haven't already. We're asking that each of the small groups meet 3 times during this academic year, with the first meeting being held before the fall semester ends. And so thanks to those faculty members who came forth and agreed to serve as mentors, because we had a good number of volunteers, we were able to keep the group size to 3 or 4, including the mentor. And so that's a really nice, intimate group and should provide a lot of great support for faculty. So we're looking forward to hearing how that works out this semester. The mentors will meet again early January to debrief and make any changes for next semester. I would also like to give you an update on the mileage reimbursement. As you know, we reimbursed a couple of different groups of students who were traveling 30 miles or more round trip for field experiences. That has gone really well this semester. And so we will continue that again in the spring. So if you are teaching a course that you anticipate students traveling more than 30 miles for their field experiences, let us know so that we can anticipate the number of students that will need reimbursement for mileage.
Okay, we wanted to be sure and let you know about some things that will be coming out to you soon. One is the next round of the mini grants. These should be coming any day now, and it will be the same application form and the same basic turnaround time, and for you to be able to know about your funding. We awarded quite a few in October, and some of the things that people applied for and were awarded were materials for piloting in their courses, other people for some new technology to try out. but the bulk of the funding was for conference travel. So that's great. Now we're getting ready to have another whole round of those, and so if you did not apply in the first round, be sure that you think about what you could apply for this next round. And let me just say that the dean has said for sure this will be the last round. We won't be getting another one later on in the school year like we have in other years. We pushed them up earlier rather than later this time.
And you probably, well, I know you received an email from Jan Psycho about a week ago, and included in that email was a questionnaire about space in the building. The building committee devised a survey. Jeremy Hilburn is the chair of that committee, and so they're asking for your input on the best way to utilize the space in the building. So be sure to look for that email and to complete that survey and provide the feedback that's greatly needed.
It's really important because it has to do with whether or not people should share offices, maybe should have an office from home and have a space for meetings. So it really applies to everybody. So be sure you fill that survey out.
I'm Stacy Pino. I'm one of the grad assistants for the EEMLS department, and you've probably got an email either from me or Sydney or Emily just reaching out to make sure that your webpage is up to date. All that we need from you guys is just an updated CV and your current syllabi for the fall semester, as well as in that email we're going to be sending you, it has just a list of currently what is listed on your webpage, so just either make corrections or confirm whatever is in there. And we're hoping to get all this information back to the TAC department so it can be up and live on the website by Thanksgiving break. So as soon as you can get that back to us, we'd greatly appreciate it.
Hi, I'm Emily. I'm one of the GAs here in the EEMLS department. All of the GAs here, we recently completed the human subjects training. So now we're able to work on more extensive research projects with you all. So we look forward to talking to you and continue to work together.
Okay, last but not least, we have a couple of just reminders about upcoming dates. As you know, we've started a new brown bag series this year, and it's been going great, and it's always held on the Wednesday of the department meeting. Well, since our department meeting is going to be on Monday, we're not going to mess around with our brown bag date. We're going to keep it instead on the Wednesday. So on Wednesday, November 16th, and they're always scheduled from 11:30 to 12:30 in room 331. So try to make it, and you're sharing ideas and hearing other people's ideas. And we usually have a topic we'll be talking about and focusing on. So it's this upcoming Wednesday, November 16th, 11:30. On that same day in the afternoon, like I mentioned, we have our Watson School meeting that day, or Watson College meeting that same day, and it will be held at 3 in 162.
And I'd like to remind you also that on Reading Day, December 1st, we will have our annual holiday party. It is scheduled from 12:30 until 2 o'clock in room 162. So we look forward to seeing you there.
Thank you. Have a good week. We'll see you on Monday.
Thanks.